Democrat Chris Cuomo just unexpectedly dropped a nuclear bomb on the Democrats' reasons for shutting down the government.
What you are about to hear from the Democrats is not true.
The Republican partisan spending bill that they introduced is not clean. Well, first of all, let's be clear. It's not a clean bill, it's a dirty bill. Well, that's all a lie. It's not a clean continuing resolution.
Listen, I like Hakeem Jeffries. I think he's got an amazing future. He's got better fights than this. This is a clean CR. What does that mean, by the way? Continuing resolution. Instead of passing a real budget like they should, this just says, hey, remember the last one? Let's just continue at those levels again, all right? Now, that may mean that certain people who should get less won't, certain people who need more won't, but a clean CR means that this is an extension from the last set of, in this case, Biden's spending levels, okay? That's what a clean CR is. This is a clean CR. Wait a minute, Cuomo disagrees with Jeffries. Jeffries must be right. Don't take my word. Take the word from the Nonpartisan Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget. They say this is about as clean a CR as you could get.
But Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries are holding the United States ransom right now by shoving $1.4 trillion loaded into this that they want to get passed. And if they don't, they will continue to shut this government down. Greta Thunberg, the far-left climate activist, has just posted this video and said she's been captured by Israel. Check out the hypocrisy in her statements.
My name is Greta Thunberg. I'm a citizen of Sweden. If you are watching this video, I have been abducted and taken against my will by Israeli forces. Our humanitarian mission was non-violent and abiding by international law. Please tell my government to demand my and the others' immediate release.
Oh, Greta, you've been abducted and taken against your will by another country, and now you want your government to demand you to be returned back? I wonder where that sounds familiar. Oh, that's right. Israel, the very country you're protesting against, had its citizens abducted and taken against their will, and they are now demanding that they be returned back, and they aren't being returned back. So this is real. Pope Leo just blessed a large ice cube. Check this out.
Lord of life, bless this water. May it awaken our hearts, cleanse our indifference, soothe our grief, and renew our hope through Christ our Lord.
This piece of ice was taken off of a melting iceberg from Greenland, and this was supposedly some sort of a blessing over Mother Nature and Earth that we would somehow get our act together when it comes to climate. This is beyond strange for a pope to do something like this. No pope has ever done this. Actually, when I went to ChatGPT to try to figure out if this was even real, ChatGPT thought that it was satire and a joke. I had to actually show the links to this happening, and then it was like, oh yeah, I guess it's real. I'm like, is there any precedent for this? This has never happened before. So I'm not sure what's going on with the Catholic Church leadership there, but it looks like they're blessing nature now at this point. We have a terrible terrorist attack in Manchester Park at a synagogue, and Sky News actually reported that this was happening at a mosque. I'm not sure if this was deliberate or if this is just sloppy reporting, but check this out.
People would have been worshipping at that mosque at the time. I haven't been able to speak to anyone directly, but looking around, there's a lot of extremely concerned people around here. Obviously, worshippers from the mosque. There are crowds.
Now, their news feed at the bottom there did say synagogue. However, the reporter continued to say mosque. I just think this shows you clearly where their bias stands. And even when it's a terrible attack by somebody who looks to be Islamic, I haven't seen the confirmed reports, but it may come out to be so, attacking a Jewish synagogue, somehow they flip it completely and act as if it was the other way around. You got to check out this video from the African American Museum in Louisville, Kentucky.
Welcome to America. Tell me what you're thinking.
Just so much.
Kleenexes, please.
I've always I've always been interested in history and the history of black people. I took Afrocentric classes at U of L. My grandma lived at 2821 West Kentucky Street. I've read so many books, and now I belong to a church that's primarily African American, and I wouldn't be anywhere else.
Beautiful.
That man has never been in chains, nothing even close to it. We have them reenacting things that were pushed by the Democrat Party, by the way, and 9 out of 13 colonies condemned before even the foundation of the United States of America. Things in which we went to war for, and 400,000 white men shed their blood on the ground to stop. Things that Republicans, starting with Abraham Lincoln, have been fighting the Democrats to stop. Things that the Democrats try to continue to push through Jim Crow segregation and discrimination. And the Republicans are still, conservatives are still fighting the Democrats because of their abuse of racism, focusing solely on race. And now we have this guy here putting chains on white people, like somehow the people that are here that are white did this. Democrat Senator Jeanne Shaheen goes on Fox News and actually says that she's never heard anyone from her party saying that we should be giving illegals health care. She gets called out for it.
I haven't heard anybody in my party saying that illegal immigrants should get access to the health insurance marketplace.
I'm so glad you said that. Actually, I have some tape of your Democratic Party members saying this on the debate stage. So they've all said it. Let's play the clip.
A lot of you have been talking tonight about these government health care plans that you've proposed in one form or another. This is a show of hands question, and hold them up for a moment so people can see. Raise your hand if your government plan would provide coverage for undocumented immigrants.
Senator, that's literally every member of your party, from moderate to more progressive, that have said that.
Did you see the look on her face when she knew she was going to get called out for it? Not only have the Democrats said that they want to provide this, but they have been providing this. It's been going on for a long time now. If anyone is here illegally and they need to get medical care, all they have to do is go into an emergency room. They cannot be turned away. They get health care there, whatever they need it to be. It is paid for under the emergency Medicaid relief, and they don't have to shed a dime. It all comes from the taxpayers. This has been going on now under the Biden administration, and finally this sort of stuff has been stopped. Democrats had some sensibility like 20 and 30 years ago when they realized that these types of things encourage illegal immigration and illegal criminal entry into our country. At that point, they said that you could never do such a thing. And now all of their leaders raise their hands saying that they completely support it. Watch J.D. Vance answer this question. And as you do, consider to yourself the vice president that we just had under Joe Biden and the vast difference between the communication and coherency of the two of them.
The big holdup is, of course, that you guys say illegal immigrants are getting taxpayer-funded health care. Democrats say you're lying. That makes it feel like it could be a really long shutdown. Is this going to be a long shutdown?
You know, I don't know. I can't predict what congressional Democrats are going to do, Peter, but I actually don't think it's going to be that long of a shutdown. This is a pure guess from the Vice President of the United States, because I think you already saw some evidence that moderate Democrats are cracking a little bit. They understand the fundamental illogic of this. Look, for years, every single one of us, we can remember Barack Obama on the White House lawn. We can remember Chuck Schumer. We can remember, Nancy Pelosi. For years, in Chuck Schumer's case, for literally decades, we've heard them say, you don't shut the government down over a policy disagreement. Okay, Republicans think this thing about health care, that thing about health care. Democrats think this thing about immigration. Republicans disagree. Whatever those disagreements are, you don't shut down the government over it. For the first time since the Democrats have been in politics, they're now saying that unless we get every policy item that we demand, we're going to shut down the people's government. They're trying to take a hostage, and we're not going to let them.
This man is presidential material. He states it so clearly there. It's a clean CR bill. After Trump is gone, J.D. Vance is taking the reins.